Hi guys, welcome to this topic. And today I talk about the calculation of resource. A mineral resource or is natural concentration of some element or compound of the earth crust, which can be extracted or processed with the technological means available. The mineral resources are divided into metallics or non-metallics. And the metallics minerals like a copper or like the manganese or like the iron. So, and non-metallic minerals like material of construction. This is granite. Okay. Depending whether they allow obtaining one or other types of elements. The location, tonnage, content, geological characteristics, and degree of continuity of the mineralization is estimated, known, or interpreted of specific geological, metallurgical, and technological evidence. Okay, guys, welcome to this topic, uh, calculation of resource or resource calculation. My name is Sergio Trujillo. The purpose of the estimating of the resource or reserve of deposit is to determine to the quality, quantity, and possibility of commercial exploitation of the mineral that compose it, whether metalliferous or non-metalliferous, industrial, ornamental, or fuel. Planning the business, exploitation, treatment of mineral, and environmental restoration are made impossible to face without a sure calculation of reservoir. Okay. The estimate is made throughout the useful life of a mine through a process of reservoir modeling that best fits the reality under study. The method ideal of modeling should be simple, fast, reliable, according to the mineralized body, capable and provide quick verification and at the any stage. Okay. To the resource estimation, we requires a multidisciplinary team, a resource geologist, a mining engineer, and metallurgist, and geostatistical. Reservoir modeling. In order to estimate reserve, we must generate a reservoir model that represents it from the best possible way. The modeling of a deposit consists in two stages. At first, consists in the definition of morphology, geometry, form, extension, depth, etc. of the mineralization and of contents of the age of them. And second, in which the amount recoverable reserves and their current and future value is evaluated with technical and economic criteria with a view of studying the probability of its extraction and commercialization. There are two available, there are two valuable tools to keep in mind. The first, know the geology of the prospect to make the less possible error in the modeling. The second is understand the reservoir model we are designing and make it as flexible as possible to adapt the modifications that are necessary to implement along the way. Okay, this is a theoretic example. And this image shows two different interpretations of the same deposit. Okay, with deep black intention, the intersection between drilling and mineral mass. In the two figures, that intersection is the same. Above have the interpretation morphology of the bodies carried out by a probe. Down the real shape of the themselves, the volume difference is evident. Therefore, it has fallen into reservoir overestimation. This can be avoided with a good control of surface geology since the two situations correspond to frames different geology. A real examples. Okay, so, I showed you two real example of the modeling realized by me or made by me in material construction and polymetallics. In this time is copper miner. Okay. In Colombia, there is a standard called ECRR, which regulates the way in which and calculation of resource is executed at present. Please, if you want, check this document for your information. Check this uh, and read, please. Before calculating resource, the geologists of the area uh, of interest must be explored and thoroughly understood. This achieved through geophysical acquisition. In this time, I made acquisition of tomography, and the result is a section geophysical of the terrain with resistivity distribution in a long and deep and station in deep. Okay, and the topographic survey with this in design is in material and construction. We have obtained the level contours and the sampling in this time. This sampling is for Cooper. Okay, sorry. In the activity of sampling, we obtained the cutoff. Geological exploration or scouting geological. In this time, in this activity, we have obtained the cartography geological. In this case, this time is the geological, local geological. Uh, they are represented in this map. Okay, for this modeling of massive material surface exploration were carried out and precision topography was carried out. And thus a calculation of resource was carried out through geostatistical techniques offered by a specialized software. In this case, in this case, the kriging method was used with a cell size the 1 meter. Okay, this calculation of resource carried out in a polymetallic deposit from Cooper requires a greater geological certainty. Geophysical sections were made and the modeling was carried out through the RedMine software through the simple triangulation method. If you can see in this graphic, we have the morphometry of the mineralization, deepness, and volumetry estimation. Thank you.